Breaking news. The Canadian dollar, or the loonie, has plummeted to its lowest value since the COVID-19 pandemic, dipping below 70 cents against the US dollar. As Canadians brace for the impact, questions swirl about the role of Donald Trump's tariff threats and economic shifts in Ottawa. What does this mean for the economy, and how will it affect everyday Canadians? Let's dive in. The current state of the loonie. The loonie's dip below 70 cents marks a significant moment for Canada's economy. For travelers and consumers, this translates to higher costs for imports and less spending power abroad. Remember when the loonie was at par with the US dollar? Those days feel like a distant memory now. What's driving the decline? The fall of the Canadian dollar isn't just about one factor. It's a combination of domestic and international influences. Trump's tariff threats. Donald Trump's looming tariff threats are rattling markets, creating uncertainty about Canada's trade future. Experts warn that these threats could further weaken the loonie if they materialize. Bank of Canada's rate cuts. The Bank of Canada recently slashed its overnight policy rate, pushing the loonie even lower. Economist Armin Yalnizyan explains that lower rates make borrowing cheaper, but weaken the dollar by reducing returns on investments in Canada. Quote from Armin: "As the gap between Canada's and the US's interest rates grows, investment flows southward, weakening our dollar further." What this means for Canadians are already feeling the effects of a weaker dollar, especially at the checkout counter. Higher costs for imports. Fruits, vegetables, and other goods imported from the US are getting more expensive. With 50% of Canada's imports coming from the US, everyday essentials like food and cars will see price hikes. Tourism and exports. On the flip side, a weaker dollar makes Canada an attractive destination for American tourists and a competitive market for Canadian exports like oil and gas. Soundbite from an American tourist: "It's great for us. It feels like everything here is 30% off." Trump's economic influence. Donald Trump's tariff threats loom large over Canada's economic future. His unpredictable policies have economists and policymakers on edge. Quote from Armin: "Trump's secret sauce is keeping everyone guessing. If he follows through with his threats, the loonie could slide even further, creating long-term economic challenges for Canada." Real estate and investment impact. The weaker loonie is also sparking a surge in American investment in Canada. Real estate and businesses are becoming attractive to US buyers who see the currency gap as a chance to snap up assets at bargain prices. Quote from Armin: "For Americans, Canada is having a fire sale. They're looking at everything from real estate to businesses, which could shift economic power southward." What's next for the loonie? Economists forecast that the loonie could drop even further, potentially hitting its lowest level in a decade. Much depends on how Canada navigates Trump's tariffs, the Bank of Canada's policies, and global economic trends. So, where does the loonie go from here? Will Trump's unpredictable policies continue to shake Canada's economy, or can Ottawa stabilize the situation? One thing's certain: Canadians need to brace for more economic challenges in the months ahead. What do you think about the loonie's drop and its impact on the economy? Is it time for Canada to rethink its economic policies, or are external forces beyond our control? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Watch the full video to get all the details, expert analysis, and what this means for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this developing story.